All right, so the next thing we're going to be looking at is finding out the strength of your correlation, all right, a bit more specifically. And to find that out, what we use is what's called the Pearson's coefficient, of the correlation coefficient, all right. And basically, when you have a set of numerical bivariate data, and you have some points x comma y, all right, y x1, x2, y2, and that goes on. The way you calculate your strength of your correlation is you use this formula. R is equal to the sum of x take the average x value times y take the average y value divided by the square root of the sum of, all right, the same thing as before, and y take the average y value squared. All right, so here if I have something with a line on top, it means the average of that, right? So average y, average x. And you find basically the sum for all of this data, all right? And you calculate it, figure it out. Now, luckily, you don't have to do that by hand. You're not expected to know this formula in most cases. You just need to be able to do it on your calculator, all right? So do make sure you do know how to do that. But essentially, once you put the numbers into this formula, you get your R value. Now, your R can be between 1 and -1, all right? Now, first of all, the positivity, the sign of R, determines which direction your correlation is in. So remember that our correlation can be positive, negative, or no correlation, right? So if your R is positive, right, then your correlation is positive. Similarly, if your R is negative, then your correlation is also negative. Okay? And lastly, if R is equal to 0, there is no correlation. Okay? Very straightforward stuff. Next, your magnitude, or how big your R is, right? So the size of your R, magnitude of R, that determines how strong your correlation is. So if your R is close to 0, then the correlation is weak, right? And if it's further away from 0, it is strong. Okay? Yeah, that's kind of all at the moment, right? And all you need to do here is just put that in the calculator, figure stuff out, right? Not a very complicated process. Another thing we have is what's called the coefficient of determination, which is simply R squared, right? And this is mainly used when you have a causation relationship, right? And it kind of represents how much a change in one variable would cause a change in another variable, okay? And that's where you use it. Again, all you have to do is calculate it on your calculator. That's all you need to do. And yeah, put that in, get that out. Right, so all you need to do is to be able to plug that in and be able to calculate it on the calculator and use it when required. Not very complicated, right? When you, actually we'll talk about this in the next lesson. I'll leave you with this much. Practice it, and if they have any questions, go ahead and ask. Hey guys, two things. If you do have any questions regarding the content we just covered, just go ahead and drop that in the comments. I'll make sure to get to that as soon as possible. And secondly, if you like the video or if you got anything that was useful from it, make sure to check out the website, Prep Folders. There's so many more videos like this, so many more resources, practice questions and all the lot. So just go ahead and have a look. If you need help, there's some tutors and mentors there as well. So just have some fun over there. And yeah, we'll see you on the other side.